Hello, everyone. Welcome to Black Music Month. It is the Inspire You Network back once again, and I am your girl, the Bams.
And it's Yvonne, coming in from Arkansas, of all places.
Hey, we miss you. We miss you.
I miss y'all.
But as we've told you, Inspire You is paying homage the entire month of June for Black Music Month. And what better way to pay that homage than to have some of our best local performers, industry gurus, as well as music artists. So I am thrilled to kick this off with none other than the lovely Yvonne.
The GOAT. The boy
of Mobile, Alabama, the beautiful Yvonne Matthews of Yvonne Matthews Music. How are you?
Oh, I'm blessed. I'm wonderful, and just glad to be here with you too.
We are so grateful to have you today. So, Yvonne, what are you looking forward to from Yvonne Matthews today?
Finding out all the good details about it, all this music. So, you know what? Let's just jump right on into it. So, and you know what? Before we get started, I have to just say this disclaimer. I have so much respect for her. I cannot call her Yvonne. I always have to say Miss Matthews. So if I say Miss Matthews, forgive me. I just can't call her by her first name.
I say Nanny. So I feel you there.
Yeah, I can't bring myself to it.
Understood. So, well, I'm going to call her Nanny. You're going to call her Miss Matthews, but the world knows her as Yvonne Matthews.
So, Miss Matthews.
So honored.
Jumping into
perfect. So we're going to kick off with our first question. Tell us, how does music inspire you?
Well, music really, when I hear it, I try not to dissect it when I first hear it because of my classical training and so many years of music. I try to just enjoy whatever music I hear for its face value at that time. But music really centers me. It's been my life. I started singing really early in age. So this music, all styles of music, really centers me and brings me into oneness almost with the creator who created music. I love music.
Yes. We all love music. I know I do. Music, it helps you with emotions. It helps you with determination. Like you can literally listen to music and it can determine your mood. So I understand what you're saying.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. What you got for Yvonne?
Now you kind of just touched base on it a little bit. You say you started singing at an early age. Like how early did you start singing and how long have you been singing?
Well, I started singing at the old age of 3. I was very young with my dad. I was actually at a Crusaders and Sunbeam convention was when I remember singing my first solo. And I actually won a contest then, and my dad had picked me up in his arms. But the first time that I don't recollect it when I was singing, but my dad used to play for a women's quartet group. And I would always sit at the piano with him. And one day he was looking for me because he couldn't find me, but the audience was in an uproar. And somehow I had left the stool and gone out up front with the quartet ladies, and I was taken over. So
that sounds like the movie What's Love Got to Do with It when Tina Turner was a little girl.
Yes.
So that's what it reminds me of. Awesome. I love that. I love that. You are definitely legendary with what you do. Definitely.
I love it. And I did my first recording at the age of 8, actually. And there were records back then. They were not CDs or tapes. They were records.
Got it. All right. So in knowing that, you have been a part of the music industry for a long time. And with that, what is your opinion on music now versus 30 years ago?
Well, it's based on the progressions have evolved, where they started rather simply, and they've gone from, let me just take church music or religious music or gospel music, where the chordal structures were one way, then they got to be more bluesy, then they got to be more jazzy, then they got to be more what we call avant-garde, more 20th century. So whatever the mind can think, the musicians, the singers are able to do it. And I've enjoyed seeing the growth of music and how it has just expanded and how they will, some of the young musicians will go back and grab some of the old roots. They even put some of the scratchy sounds from the records into the music. So, but music from before was not as direct. Sometimes when they want to say something, especially if it was like with other genres of a sexual nature, they would hide it inside of something. But now it's just in your face. You know,
Very so.
they don't hide anything. I don't appreciate that about music because I think, yeah, in all that we do, we need to be courteous. We can talk about difficult subjects, sort of like when Nina Simone did a song about hanging. She didn't necessarily talk about hanging, but she talked about strange fruit. We had to think about and go into the imagery and the metaphors of everything that was said. And so it made you more of a thinker, and you really went into the music. But now it's very blatant. You don't have to think a lot. It's just in your face.
You are absolutely right. And I know Eric Yvonne can agree with this. I know sometimes we find out what songs mean, like throwback songs, and we're like, that's what they were talking about.
Yeah.
You know, like it was a hidden message, but now it's like, did you hear that song? Did they say that?
Yes, yes.
So I understand what you mean with the evolution of that.
Yes.
You know, a lot of that, talking about those messages and hidden meanings, come with age also. You know, you listen to a song young age, don't really get the message, go through a little life, listen to it again, you like, I get it now.
I get it.
Yeah.
Like you're saying.
It actually protected our children of not letting them get too grown too soon. So, and it shielded their little hearts and their little minds. So we have to really shield our babies. And in time, life will reveal itself. Life will really reveal itself. So,
Very true. Very, very true.
Very much true. So, you know, we talked a little bit about the evolution of music. So speaking of, what are some of your favorite genres of music or some of your favorite artists that inspired you to this day?
Well, you know, of course, you know, gospel music and almost any form of gospel music. We have but I usually think of a dividing line with gospel. You got traditional and contemporary. There are a lot of other little forms within that. And I've really grown very accustomed to gospel jazz because my voice is very smoky. That's what I call it, a very smoky voice. So I really tend to get in something on more of a jazzy sound of music. But I love classical music. Like I said, I'm classically trained. And that even divides up into your early, what they call classical music, into your romantic music and all of that. And I'm more into, if I'm sitting at the piano, I more want to play something on the classical style. If I'm listening, I love to listen to the romantic classical type music. So, I mean, there's hardly any type of music that I don't enjoy. Bluegrass was one that took a time for me to grab hold to. And now I can even enjoy bluegrass. Who would have thought?
Who would have thought?
Yeah, so I find it all, I get real tickled when I'm listening to some blues, like some of they talk about sugar on the floor and stuff like that. Those are some messages I had to go, because, you know, that's just not my platform.
Yeah.
Like sugar on the floor, what does that mean? And I had, even as a grown woman, I had to figure out what that meant. But I did, I figured it out. So I really appreciate a whole lot of different music, but in gospel music, who I really listen to, Hawkins and Richard Smallwood, oh my, I wet my teeth on that as a young adult or late teenager. When I tell you that that music really did so much in my life. And today, that music is timeless. People are still doing it. I like that timeless music. And gospel music has a long shelf life.
It does.
Some other songs, you know, they hit and you never hear about them again. But Hawkins, you'll hear that. Richard Smallwood, you'll hear that. Some old James Cleveland, you'll hear that. So I like to say that I'm just a lover of music. I get really excited when I see, especially young people who sort of gravitate to those things and then update it. They do the updated version, but they're showing homage to what was back in the day.
Yes, absolutely love it. And if I may interject, I think you left one performer off, one of my favorites, Yvonne Matthews. I'm just saying. Well, that is awesome. We want to thank you so much for being a part of our celebration for Black Music Month. Now, I do want you to share all of your contact, if you don't mind, just so people, if they want to book you or speak with you, get consultations, whatever services you may offer. Do you mind sharing your contact information?
I would love to. You know, I'm sort of, I won't say all over the place, but I've done music workshops. I performed by myself. I've consulted, I coach, just a whole lot of different things. But some of the things you can see on my website at YvonneMatthewsMusic.com, or on my Facebook page, Yvonne Matthews Music. My email address, Yvonne at YvonneMatthewsMusic.com. I keep it simple. Or if you want to do it through Gmail, if you want to, Yvonne's CD, YVONNESCD at gmail.com. Phone number 251-422-4754. And also, I really want all of you guys to like my Facebook page, follow my Facebook page, and also to subscribe to the official Yvonne Matthews Music YouTube channel, because I have some music videos that will be coming out really soon. So like, follow, subscribe. You can get in touch with me. You just, Yvonne is YVONNE, and Matthews with 2 T's and an S at the end. So if you can remember that, you pretty much can find me. I love doing what I do. Sing for conferences, sing for weddings, sing for funerals, sing for at churches, small, medium, large, on college campuses, for so many other denominations, Christian, Judeo-Christian, just a lot of different places. God has allowed, music has allowed me to go in and out of the country, just proclaiming the good news, encouraging people. One of my favorites, though, you know, for almost 30 years now, Youth on the Winning Side. Even you can see me there at YOTWS-NUIMAGE.com or .org, whichever one you put in, you will really come up. And I love you. You know I love kids. You young people keep me young. And you really do.
No problem.
So I love what I do. But remember to like, follow, subscribe, and even to me, and even to Inspire You, a wonderful organization. You are doing so much for the community, and I'm so proud of you all. I really am, and thank you for including me on Black Music Month. I'm Black. I love music. I think I fit it.
We fit pretty well, huh? Well, we are more than grateful to have you be a part. We could not kick this off without you, because as Eric Javon said, she's the what?
GOAT.
The GOAT. And for those of you that don't know what that means greatest of all times. So,
thank you, guys.
I am thrilled to be able to share this with you all. Before we completely go, the GOAT is going to perform for us. You ready, Eric Javon?
Listen, so ready.
Well, sit back, relax as we pay tribute to Black Music Month with a performance by the beautiful, talented, acclimated Yvonne Matthews, aka Nanny, aka the GOAT. Stay tuned.
I could ever be alone. My God cares and He loves me as His own. I can't live, I can't breathe without you. You're the lover of my soul. Yeah, you're the lover of my soul. Come on, background.
There is no way I could ever be alone.
Oh no.
My God cares, and He loves me as His own.
I give you full control, and I'm never letting go.
I can't live, I can't breathe without you.
Oh,
Lover of my soul.
yeah, yeah.
There were times,
When I did not obey,
and there were times.
when I tried to walk away,
Can't live, I can't breathe without you.
yeah,
Lover of my soul.
oh yeah, I give you full control, yeah, and I'm never letting go.
Can't live, I can't breathe without you. Lover of my soul.
I give you full control, and I'm never letting go.
Live, I can't breathe without you.
You're the lover of my soul, yeah, yeah, yeah.